evening, everybody. How are you doing tonight? I am going to do a real quick video, as quick as I can anyway. I tend to like to talk a little bit, but I am going to try and educate you as best I can in the next few minutes about one of the biggest problems that I see, especially on eBay, as well as even on other um, sites, Facebook included, along with other selling platforms and things like that. And the subject is bait rolls of coins. And so, what is a bait roll of coins? What does it look like? How can I try and tell the difference between a bait roll of coins? And in all honesty, why should I be suspicious of bait rolls of coins? Well, there's all sorts of different things that I can get into here, but to keep this video somewhat short, I'm going to show you a bait roll of coins that I made myself. And I did it because I wanted to prove to everybody that it is not difficult to make. I do not condone anyone trying to duplicate this process, and I definitely will frown upon anybody who takes this video and decides to duplicate my process in order to dupe people out of money. I will be extremely disappointed. So there's a double edged sword for me here because I'm basically showing people how to do this, but I'm trying as best I can to get the information out there so that people can be educated about what a bait roll of coins looks like. Okay, here you go. Here it is. It looks pretty innocuous, doesn't it? Right? I mean, this is it. This is an empty roll. I'm going to show that to you in a second. This is pretty innocuous from a standpoint of looks. It looks old. It's actually got old block style lettering on it. It's an older, it looks, somewhat faded and roughed up from that respect. The colors on the ends are faded, the ends are crimped. And from the standpoint of crimped ends, I just reached up to grab something out of my cupboard upstairs, up above me here. This roll here is on the ends. It looks actually very faded on one end, but this is what I would call a classic bait roll that's easy to make. And I'm going to show you exactly what it is. So first of all, the coin on the end of this and it's probably hard for you guys to see it with my camera the way I've got it set up here, but this is a 1929 Philadelphia Mint Lincoln cent that's in actually almost BU condition. I mean, it's pretty nice. And for those of you that know me, know that yeah, I've got 1929s actually laying around all over the place. I've got quite a few rolls of them uncirculated. But anyway, the point here is the other end of this is also an uncirculated coin that looks like it's toned around the edges of the coin. And in the middle, it's a little more brown, I guess, if you want to call it that, but it's still a nice BU looking coin. Well, so let's get to the wrapper here. So, first of all, this is what a bait roll of coins looks like. And, most people would look at this and go, that are inexperienced would look at this and say, hey, all right, it's old looking. It's got a couple of decent looking coins on the end. One is a 29p. The other one is also so man, this could be a whole roll of 1929 Philadelphia Mint coins if I look at this correctly. Well, first of all, no. Chances are it's not. And I know it's not because I made it. But the thing to look at with this is where this came from is I used a wrapper that was an old wrapper, and here it is. This is one of the other wrappers. It's the same exact wrapper. It's got the exact same print on it. It's got literally the exact same writing, wrapping, everything. NF Strings and Son. It's the exact same thing. And the first thing to point out here is when you're looking at these, you go, okay, something looks off. Yeah, you're right. Something does look off. The first thing I see, these lines on this end are longer than the lines on this end over here. This roll of coins is not centered. And why is that? Simply put, this is what's known as a pre-crimped roll. Everybody knows these. Everybody knows that you can buy these at in Walmart, Hobby Lobby, all sorts of different places that sell these so that you can wrap your own coins. What they don't tell you is, so how do I get a crimped end on the other end? Well, that's actually pretty simple. That's what this is right here. This is a crimper. This is a roll end crimper. It's got a cent on this side here. This one happens to be a nickel on the other side over here. And it's just as easy as putting this in here and literally crimping the end. Now, this is an empty roll, so it's probably not going to turn out the greatest, but you'll get the idea. Check it out. Yeah, it literally wraps the end of the roll. It's not that difficult. So, right, so that's first thing. Second thing, how in the heck did this get looking like this? It's all faded, it's all rubbed. Well, that folks, that right there is a piece of sandpaper. Yep. I am not kidding you when I tell you that the easiest way to make an end of a roll of anything look faded is to rub it with some sandpaper. Hey, look at that. There you go. It's not that hard. I can rub the color right off of it and it looks old and faded. So you can see right here that it's not that difficult to make these. And from the standpoint of someone thinking that this is a old wrapped roll of coins, I can see how it can be that way, but don't fall for it. Don't fall for the ones that are all craft paper either, not without any writing on them at all. Whatever you do, don't fall for the ones that are all craft paper that have a stamp on them as well, because those are just as easily faked as anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up this roll of coins that I made as a bait roll so that you guys can see what it is that's actually on the inside of this. So some people would probably say, okay, well, even if I paid $20 for this roll, I'm still getting a 1929 roll, Lincoln cent in there, right? Okay, so you can see here. See how, there you go. Take a look. See how faded this is here versus how non-faded it is in here. And it's literally an identical match to this particular roll of coins. So let's finish opening up this roll of coins here. Oh, look, gosh, there's my other end coin. What year is it? I don't even remember what I put in there. It's a 1955S, I think. Nope, 53S, and it's cleaned on top of that. But it looks nice on the one side. And then in between, nothing but junk. And out pops my 1929 halfway uncirculated with the not all that great back on it coin. So I literally got a 1953S, a 1929, and a whole bunch of 40s and 50s. So there you go. That is literally how easy it is to make a bait roll. Okay, so now you guys can understand our frustration as seasoned collectors when we see non-seasoned collectors, new people to the hobby, so on and so forth, that are purchasing these rolls and making a big deal out of it and thinking that they've got something fantastic and wonderful when we know what a bait roll is. And my goal with this video is simply just to try and educate so that the new people coming into the hobby that are trying to make the attempt to purchase rolls of coins are actually purchasing the right rolls of coins and not losing their interest in the hobby because of them being taken for a ride. And I don't want that to happen. I would very much prefer that the people reach out to the seasoned collectors and listen to what the seasoned collectors have to say when it comes to their advice. It's not that we're picking on you, it's that we want you to be educated. It is that simple. Before I leave the video, I just simply want to say, please do me a favor and like or subscribe to the channel. If you can, I would greatly appreciate it. It will definitely help out in the long run. So thank you very much for watching and have a good evening.